Is your house historic or is it just old? I'm going to help you figure that out right now. Hi, I'm Wendy Ward Sellers, your local realtor here in Southeast Wisconsin and especially in Watertown. Growing up in Wilmington, North Carolina, I was surrounded by old homes, historic homes, and I've always loved them since then. As a realtor, I get the privilege of going into so many historic homes, and I love it each and every time. In the summer of 2021, a historic home came on the market in Watertown. My husband and I went to look at it for fun, and well, here we are. We really didn't know anything about Watertown when we decided to move here, much less that it was so rich in history. Melissa Lampy of the Main Street program here in Watertown helped to fill me in on the history of both Watertown as well as some of the history of my home. Before I recorded this video, I sat down with Melissa to talk to her about what qualifies a home as historic. Melissa is both a historic homeowner herself as well as the local expert in Watertown history. Generally, a house needs to be 50 years old or older to be considered historic. This is from the 50-year rule that was designated in 1948. The rule was later redefined in 1966 under the National Historic Preservation Act, which designated that 50-year-old buildings aren't necessarily automatically considered historic, and there can be instances of historic buildings less than 50 years old. There are other criteria that make a home eligible for the historic status. Let's go over those. Number one, significant events happened at the property. Number two, significant people were associated with the property. Perhaps they lived there, perhaps they died there. Number three, the distinctive characteristics of architecture. Some homes, just because of the masters that built them, are architectural wonders and therefore worthy of historic designation on that criteria alone. Number four, they are located in a historic district. While that criteria is not a standalone reason for a house to have a historic designation, it is a contributing factor. If a home is within a significant historic district, it lends to the credibility of that home being designated historic. A home can be recognized as historic on the local level, the state level, and the national level. The national level of designation is the most well-known. The National Historic Register of Places is a list of those places around the country that have been nationally recognized as a historic place. There is a process to applying to get your home or commercial building on that list. And if your home is approved to be on that list, there is a plaque that is given to be displayed at the home. In Wisconsin, the state level of recognition is given by the Wisconsin Historical Society. They have a website that is searchable. So if you have a home and you're not sure if it's historic designated or not, go to the website and search for your home. It's a really good list and has lots of information about many homes. The local level of designation here in Watertown is a program that designates homes as significant to the Watertown area. These homes also have a plaque that is displayed in front of them. And if you think your home should be on this list, you can still apply for that. In order to have your home considered, you would need to contact Melissa Lampy with the Main Street program, and you would need to know the date your home is built as well as the name for the home. Another way to evaluate homes that doesn't necessarily get an official designation is by their value to a specific family. My friend Jen Linehan spent lots of time in a home built by her grandparents. The home was built in 1926 and the farm was the hub of the family activity. She spent lots of time there going through the farm and spending time with her grandparents and her great-grandparents and had very fond memories of the home. Somehow through the years, the home fell out of the family. So in 2021, when that home came back on the market, she knew she had to buy it right away. Now that she lives there, she's creating new memories with her family and even held her own wedding on the farm. Although Jen says she loves the new house, she says she gets lots of comfort from walking the same floors that her grandparents and great-grandparents walked. There are so many ways to define what causes a home to be special or valuable or even historic. Ultimately, what defines a home as historic is simply the history. That history may or may not be filled with historic events, historic people, or even any special architectural designs. It could be that the home was simply loved by the people who lived there and it provided shelter and warmth and great memories through the years. If you own a historic home in Southeast Wisconsin, especially in Watertown, and you'd like to know more about it, give me a call and I would love to help you get started. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you found it helpful, please subscribe to my channel below. I have new content every Friday. And again, if you have a historic home you would love to talk about, so would I. Have a great week.